Okay, so hello and welcome everyone once again. And today I'll be writing some Golang StarCraft II data processing, which is required for my scientific work, let's say, for my scientific publications. And for those of you that were never on my Twitch stream before, I'll try and explain how the Golang StarCraft II data processing works in my case. So for example, if you play StarCraft II, you have your replays being saved automatically to your documents or wherever it's set up to save. So let's say that we have a replay, or in this case we could have a replay times n replays, like we don't care if it's one or many replays, I would say. And what you need to do, like replays, what is a replay? Replay is MPQ, like custom Blizzard format created some time ago, like I don't know, in 2000s, which is basically an archive format, and there is online you have some libraries that help you parse it. So we have a package like the creator is named Icha. I believe his name is like Andreas Bilica or something like this, and he goes by Icha on GitHub, and he created a Golang parser. And so then we need to, like, if I were to explain it in two steps, we would go like replay and Golang, right? And then we have data coming out, right? Okay, let me fix that one. Which would be, in my case, JSON, which is required for, you know, scientific analysis, data analysis, machine learning, or whatever. You just create a data set. But this step, the step where we have Golang, is the most important one. And let me try and maybe go a little more in detail as to what needs to happen in Golang. Yeah, so we have the Golang step, and the important features are, like, for example, filtering the data. The important features is like anonymizing the data, checking the replay structure, and so on. So first we need to be able to open the replay, right? So we get the replay, and we need to be able to open the replay. 2, we need to be able to filter by game mode. Filter by game mode. Then we need to be able to verify the integrity. Fourth step would be maybe validating the data. So like, let's say that if you're playing a ladder match, you should not be able to play against someone that's, I don't know, 1500 MMR higher than you when you play 1 versus 1 or something like that. So you need to be able to validate the data, and we need to be able to, let's say, after anonymizing the data, we need to be able to archive it somehow, because let's say that I have 2 million replays, which I do. Then it takes lots of space, and especially when you unpack those, so then we need to be able to somehow, you know, make the compression. So compress, and I hope that I wrote that one correctly. So compress like an archives, you know, make an archive like zip or 7z or whatever. And I hope that I didn't miss anything here. But this is how much needs to be done when it comes to like ingesting replays. Need to open them, filter if you want, and there is also restructuring. And this is not a let's say an ordered list. Let's not pretend that I did the numbering correctly, because I haven't, from what I see. So let's say this is an unordered list. And apart from that, what needs to happen is also restructuring the data for later export. So we restructure it into our own custom, we create custom data types, and yeah, like so those steps, it's a lot of steps and a lot of code that needs to be written for that one. And I already started doing that, so and this took me like, I don't know, 2-3 months. And I don't really know. Okay, so let's get into the code. And this is how it looks like. Basically, I also will allow the users to make some decisions when it comes to the command line interface. But for now, what I would like to try and do is to somehow test it, to test the whole solution, which I'm not sure if it will work, and probably it won't work because of pipeline problems, because anonymizing the replay is currently a whole mess of comments and information coming from. Okay. Starting to rediscover my own code, so let's see what was the idea behind this. And please notice that it only fails after like processing 2 files. Which is kinda weird. And I think I remember where the problem was. I believe the problem was in creating summaries last time, because there was some uninitialized stuff happening, like I was passing uninitialized structures and it was breaking apart. Okay, so I have found the problem, and it's the function collapse map to map. Yes, which instead of taking references to the maps, it's copying them, and I believe that this is not the way to do that. Just because, I mean, I think I should be working with references, because later on I don't think I return anything from this, right? And so if I don't return anything from this one, why copying? I mean, but I don't understand the problem. I'm trying to find the solution that I did before. It's here, right? So I suspect, like, either the summary is Okay, first of all, let's try something like this. And something like this. Okay. The same stuff, assignment to entry nil map. So, in order to verify that one, let's go and see if I can indeed use a reference. And if this would work the same as last time, possibly. But then, why would I return it? If I'm passing a reference, this is unnecessary. The returning of this variable, and then this is also... Okay, so now I have decided to try and make it work by just passing the references into collapse map to map, which I will probably have to change the name for that, and then trying to basically collapse that. And I might be out of my depth here when it comes to solving this specific problem. Let's just think about it for some time, but I am currently defining logging for the stuff that I have no idea how it, let's say, operates on runtime. I suspect that it should operate well, and I can check that by debugging, but I also want to have logging in here because, I mean, I'll just be able to later on do some problem solving. If anyone sends me logs, I will know what happened. So let's say I did some logging within this file, and I do the logging after every operation is finished, like every like key exists increment value function is run. So I just hope that this will increase the amount of valuable information that I receive. I'm still not sure if this even works, which I will try and see if it does. So let's run debugging once again and see if the values are incremented. Okay. It seems to work, and it does work. My game versions are a problem for sure. The rest probably as well. So what I will say is that we have some to-dos. And those are the to-dos. We just verify this and verify this. Maybe try and find a way to somehow diagnose that problem. Because currently I have no idea on how to find what causes my problem. I have no idea. And this code base is so big that my brain I can do plenty of things, but I don't know which one will get me closer to solving the problem. And because, like I said before, this is an extremely big code base, especially for one person. And my responsibility is over the whole process. Because technically, this function here, add replay summary to package summary, should be called after every replay, but somehow it fails on the third replay. Why? I have no idea. Or shit, I know. Ah, fuck. I think I just fixed it. Guys. Guys. Guys, I really think I fixed it. It's like in the main function. Jesus Christ, I just fixed it here and now, I think. You know what I think happened? It's like I have created this function to initialize the maps. Like, look at this. I've created the default package summary, and the default summary is this one, which initializes the summary with maps inside, so they are not nil. But the thing is that after packaging like process here, I was look, it was like this. So here and now, yes, it is a nil map. So technically it showed me the problem is here, like here, but the problem was not really here. The problem was below in the code. It wasn't before, it was after, because this was happening, this is happening like every time the stuff needs to be packaged. So wow, this is tricky. So that's why like Nastariel is watching this live with me here. This is why I was a little bit mad, because I was like, this is supposed to work, right? This is supposed to work, but it doesn't. And I hope that after making this change, it works. Yeah, let's see. Let's try. Maybe. Or maybe we'll find a different problem. No, and now it works! So we fixed the problem. Ah, damn. See, Nastariel? That is what I told you. Let's say that you have a replay summary. And you have, now imagine, this is created for every replay. This one is created for every replay. And this one is created for every package, but package is created only once, like in 3 replays, or how much you specify, right? This is created once for... So, the real problem was not in collapsing replay to package summary. The problem was with what happened next after creating and archiving the whole package. And it came in a form of not initializing the maps, but like usually you verify that this code works, and then this code is supposed to work because you pass the right data when in here. Like when you collapse one into the other, I was sure that I pass in the right data, but the problem was really here in initializing the another cycle, another package summary, which is required when you merge replay summary into a package summary. And another, this package summary was nil, because it was, this is the piece of code that was breaking it all for a couple of weeks now. One line of code. So it's important not only to check before, like what happened before, but also to see if you're not writing over some of your variables after. This is a lesson. Check it out.